Good day, everyone. Good afternoon. Yes. So we are presenting. This is Team Vote with our slogan "Powered World." So we are presenting the project making a doctor's appointment system using C++. David, next slide, please. Okay. For the introduction, in our daily life, there comes a need to see the doctor. Not necessarily because we are not feeling too well. We go to the doctor's office for checkups and to know how well we are faring. So not everyone can see the doctor at the same time. And there's also a need to be appointments to be made so different people can see the doctor at different times conveniently. Next slide, please. The aim of the project is to improve the means and process through which patients meet up with the doctor. Yeah, that's basically what the whole slide is about. So the objective of this slide is to help the doctor ease the stress of the meeting of a lot of patients and also to help we individuals reduce the stress of queuing to see the doctor and to also be able to see the doctor at our own conveniences. To finish up the slides that we've made for you, sir. So I hand over to David.
So like my colleague John just said about the project, the scope of this project covers doctors from different hospitals and patients around the world who are interested in meeting the doctor. And that means like the main purpose of the project is concerning doctors from different hospitals around the world and the patients which they want to meet, the patients who are going to book appointments to see the doctor. So that's the scope of the project. So the limitations of the doctor appointment system is just that it is only hospitals registered to the service or the software that are going to be able to use it, and it's only patients that are also registered to the service that will be able to use the software to book appointments with the doctors. So not just any random hospitals, it's only hospitals that are registered with the service or the software that are going to be able to use the software. So justification of the software is that it needs to be implemented in order to help doctors meet with their patients easily and without stress. What we are trying to say is that like the main purpose, like why we really need to have this software is so that it makes it easier for doctors to meet with their patients and also it makes it easy for patients to meet with their doctors, and so there's no form of uncertainty when someone is going to the hospital to like visit the doctor, that there's every certainty that you're going to meet the doctor the day you're going because you've already booked an appointment. So there's nothing like maybe you get to the hospital, then there is a long queue, then you have to wait. You're not sure if you're going to be able to see the doctor that day. Then probably after a whole day of waiting, you still end up not meeting the doctor. So there's nothing like that. There's certainty that you are going to actually meet the doctor that day. So thank you. So that's the end of our slide. So now we are going to go to the code which we made for the code of the software which we made. So this is our code to vote doctor's appointment system using C++.
Okay. I'm presenting the the C++ program for the doctor's appointment booking system right now. Okay, for the first line, the include iostream line. That's the line of code right now. The include iostream. Include iostream line is used for. Then the include string. It enables the use of classes. Then the include allows the use of file functions. The include C string. It enables the use of C class code functions in the C++ code. Then to line 6, using namespace std, it helps to define the context in which the names are defined and aid the functionality of a certain function in C++ program. Then to line 8, the int book appointments into brackets line. Line 8 creates a function to book an appointment. The Integer is a data type and the book appointment is the variable. So it creates the function to book an appointment. Okay. So line 10, which is system CLS. System CLS would clear the screen. And to line 12, see out /n, book your appointment for a particular time slot. This displays the instructions and reads the text in code. Two slots are open. Line 16, if stream read, the code appointment.dat and reads it into the program. Then semicolon. This code declares a variable called housebook and assigns it the value of 8. Then to line 21. Line 21 is int ARR into bracket 13 equals 80 variables. The int is a data type and the code creates an array of 13 integers and it initializes to 0, record found, and 0. So from this point in the presentation, I'm going to be handing over the presentation to Oleg, and it's going to continue from line 24. So please, can you start?
Okay, I'll start from line 24 again. I'm okay. Okay, from line 24, the code the variable read is true. If it's then the code that after is executed. Then line 26, string line declares a string variable cleared line which we would assign a validator on the program. As we're moving on, we'll see. Then we create a char variable called key and is assigned the value A, which you can see in line 27, A in quotes. Then line 28, we also create a int variable called I and is assigned of the value 9. As you can see, line 28 to 9. Then line 30, it reads the file line by line. Line 31, this code reads the file and then searches for info on the number. Moving on to line 36, it checks if the appointment information is found, then goes on with the program. Okay. Then like as you can see in 36, if record found equals to 1. What that is saying is that it will check the appointment information if it is found. And when it is found, it goes on with the program. Then line 38, it says this tells the program that there are 12 hours available for appointments. This is telling us the number of hours are being read. It is in the code, see out appointments step by hours in quotes, yeah. Then 39 is the program. Okay, I've said that. Okay. Then we skip to line 43. This assigns possible results to the function as either available or booked and works based on the value. Then line 52, if R into bracket I equals O, it shows the list of available slots for the appointment and indicates if they are available or booked. So this code will say if there's space for appointment or there's not. Then skip to line 62. From what 56 to 61 is just saying, it's the same. I said that in line 52, it shows the available slots for appointments and indicates blah, blah, blah. So line 62, it closes the file being accessed, which is if there's going to be appointment for the available following hours. Then, okay, I'm handing over to my colleague. Thank you.
Line 64. If record found equals to 0, what it does is it checks if the record found function is equal to 0 between the hours 9 and 21. And line 69, if the record found is between 9 and 21, then the result is going to show available. Please, can you go to line 78? So in line 78, we create a variable, a child variable name choice, and then what it does is it shows the text, choose your slot. So up until line 80, what this does is it takes input from the user and saves it in the choice variable. Then answering line 82, this ensures that the user can only enter a value between A to Z. And line 84, what this code does for us is it displays the instruction to the user that the user should select a text between A to Z. And line 88, system into brackets, CLS, the screen is cleared. And then line 89, book appointments into book appointment bracket. What this is, it reloads the book appointment function. Line 92, it checks if the slots are booked or not. And then line 97, we have a function named isBooked. So in line 97, if the isBooked function is true, then the program shows the following code. Line 99, this code, what this code displays for us is it shows the user some instructions to follow. You just have to say the text inside of it. And then line 103, it clears the screen again and goes back to the function we created earlier, the book appointment function. So I'll be handing over to my other colleague.
So in line 111, it enables the opening of the file function. Line 112, it opens the appointment file DAT and prepares it for data to be received to it, like allows data to be received to it. Then line 117 tells the user if the appointment had been made and saved the name and tells them the hour that was booked, like yes. Then line 121, if the appointment didn't save its output, the notice to the user that there was an error while saving. You guys understand the English? Then line 129 creates a function for existing appointment. Line 131, it clears the screen and prepares for next command. Line 133, it outputs the text list of available appointments as the header of the function of this available appointment. Then line 135, it opens the appointment date file, like that's the appointment date that we have used to store our records and raise it into the program for operation to it. Line 140 is create an array of 13 integers and initializes them to 0. Declares a variable record called record found and sets it to 0. Then line 145, it declares a string variable called line, which we would assign a value later on its program. Then line 147, we also create a int variable called file line by line. Line 150, it reads the file and searches for info on the number of the appointment on the list. Line 155, it checks if the appointment information, if checks if appointment information is found, then goes on with the program.
Line equals to 0. It means it assigns possible outputs in the function as either available or booked. Line 100 and line 171, if it shows the list of appointment spaces available and indicates if they are available or booked. Line 181, it closes the appointment that the file data is being read from. Line 183, it checks if there is record found. Line 184, it prints out appointment for following hours. Line 185, it prints the letter of alphabet from A to Z with 9 to 21. Line 188, it checks if the appointment hours are within 9 hours and prints out available and writes it as 9 rather than just 9. Line 198, it enables the open file function. Line 199, it opens the appointment that the file and prepares it for data to be written to it. Line 202, it asks the user to press any key. When they do, it takes it back to the main program page.
Line 211, the screen is cleared. Line 212, to print out the text, doctor's appointment booking system. Line 213, it outputs a demarcation line. Line 215, to print out the first menu option, book an appointment. Line 216, to print out the second menu option, check all existing appointments. Line 217, to print out the third menu option.
Okay, so line 220, that's the user to enter their choice. Line 221, just saved in the choice variable. Line 223, change the value of the variable choice and execute different lines of code. Depending on that value, then line 225, so line, if the user enters the choice value 1, it displays the book appointment function program. Line 226, if the user enters the choice value 2, it displays the existing appointment function. If the user enters the choice value 0, performs the following operations. Then line 230, clears the screen. Line 231, that's the user if they are sure they want to exit them. If you choose either Y or in the response. Line 223, declare the text as a child variable. And line 24 makes the response case insensitive to enter the user, gives input lower or uppercase. The response is the same. So if the user enters Y or Y.
So line 234 makes the response of the user, like from line 231, the response of the user, which is Y or N, it makes it case insensitive. That is, like, the user can either enter it in capital letter or small letter and it will still assume it will still give the same response. Then line 236, it also makes, line 234 is for the Y response. It makes the Y response case insensitive, so it can either be capital Y or small letter Y. Then line 236, it can either be capital N or small letter N. Then line 234, if the user enters an input that is not Y or N, the program brings invalid choice. That means from line 234, line 236, if the user enters an input that is not Y or that is not N, it should print out invalid choice. And line so then line 234, that's the default output for any value that the user inputs that is not the expected input. Like if in places all around the program where the user is expected to give a certain input and the person does not give it, so it just prints out invalid choice, enter again. So that's it. Then line 252 is execution. So now we are going to run the program and see how it works. Yeah, so this is it. So to book an appointment, press 1, enter a choice. Then we'll see the list of appointments that have been booked already and the list of appointments that are available for us to book. So if we press letter H now to book an appointment, capital letter H to book an appointment, enter it asks for our name or a name, the name of the user. So name David. Appointment is successfully booked for our 16th. So enter. So now if you go back to check all appointments, that's appointment for the hour 16 is already booked. It's already booked already. So presently, that's what I was just. So that's basically the end of the book. So
Program runs successfully.
so
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. So then this is the end of the program. Are you sure you want to exist? Why or you
Yes.
press N takes it back into the program? Are you sure you want to exist now? You press Y. Press K. That's the end. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.